Alright, Slim here. Time for another video. Another review even. This time a film review. And a controversial film. Well, it's supposed to be controversial. I don't see why it's controversial. But you know what? To tell you the truth, the only reason I want to make this video. I bought this hat and I really like this hat and I want to show you. There you go. So yeah, this is an excuse. Reviewing the Human Centipede is an excuse to show you my hat. Might as well talk about something though, so yeah. Alright, yeah, that's what I'm reviewing. Human Centipede. Yeah, it came out, I know I'm a bit late with this. No one cares that much anymore, but you know. Anyway, yeah, this film came out in 2009. It was quite controversial. I think it was the idea of it that was controversial. It wasn't the actual. If you watch the film, it's not really that graphic at all. The film, it's all implied, but not cleverly implied. If you know what I mean. Apparently, critics walked out of the theatre like throwing up for some reason. Don't know why. I've no idea why. But yeah, is it any good? I like this film. I thought it was good. It kind of, I don't know. There's bits that are good, and a lot of it's really cheesy and naff. But like, some of it's really, there's some really good horror moments, and then there's lots of cheese, and lots of stupid characters doing stupid things. That's one of the things. But yeah, what's it about? What's this about, Human Centipede? Basically what it is, there's this mad scientist in Germany, and what he's doing is like, he kidnaps these two girls, right? And this Japanese bloke. And basically what he does, he stitches them together. He creates like a centipede arm. So what it is, they're joined from mouth to anus. So like the Japanese bloke's at the front, and the girl, right? Yeah, I need to get two hands for this. Like, so that's the Japanese bloke, right? That's his head. That's his arse. This is the woman. That's her head. That's her arse. So they kind of join each other at their head. So he literally stitches their mouths to their anus, right? He takes the teeth out. I think that's one teeth. You see a couple and get to cut. He takes the teeth out and he does this really stupid thing. If you actually see this, so it looks silly, right? He like cuts the arse a bit, you know, like the skin on your arse. He like cuts that and makes it so they're like wings, kind of, and he stitches it there, like, so the butt skin's like forcing them to be stitched onto their arse. And yeah, that's what the film's about. I think what made this controversial, it's the idea, because there's a scene in it basically, you can imagine, right? Say the bloke at the front eats something, he needs a shit. What's going to happen to the shit? She's going to ingest the shit, isn't she? And the girl behind her is going to ingest that shit, and you know what I mean? It's the idea of that made a lot of people feel sick. Well, I heard about this film ages ago. When I heard about it, it kind of made me laugh. I'm going to be honest. It's a fucking preposterous idea. And this film just takes it so... I've got a feeling it wants to take it seriously, but the performances are that... I mean, the women, alright, the two girls, their performances are terrible. I mean, I thought it was a joke when I first started watching it. The performances were that bad, seriously. I mean, I watch a lot of bad performances in horror films, but these two girls, Jesus, they're bad. I mean, so from the start, I wasn't rooting for him. There's a bit like, because he lives in the middle of nowhere, this doctor, right? And they're just kind of walking about in woods and they're lost and they're arguing and they're just shouting crap. And I just burst out laughing. There's so many bits that are just really funny. So yeah, the first half of the film is basically a build-up to what's going to happen. The Human Centipede is there for like the second half of the film, where they're trying to escape and these two coppers come round and stuff. but it's just like the bit, you know, the ingestion scene, the bit where he shits into her mouth, because the Japanese bloke is at the front, and he shits into her mouth, and that could be disturbing, that scene. But like the doctor's insane. I mean, like, his performance, there's one line that really made me laugh, where he says like, "Swallow it, bitch," and it just, I don't know, it seemed too cheesy. That's the thing. The performances in this film are really cheesy, and that's the thing. You don't know how to take it, because you can tell it wants to be serious, but it's just way too cheesy. And the fact that the characters, they act like absolute morons. I mean, one of the girls, right, there's a bit before the experiment where one of the girls is tied up, she escapes, right? And instead of fucking running for her life and getting help, she goes back for her mate that's unconscious. So she gets like halfway down the garden, and then she gets shot with tranquilizer. And it's like, well, why don't you just run, get help, reinforcements, and everyone would have been alright. But no, the ending's really powerful to this film. That's what surprised me, because it's such a fucking cheesy film. I mean, the bits where it's just so, I'm sorry, but it's a funny film. This is a funny film. I might be dark. I have dark humour, dark sense of humour, but I don't know. I mean, people have been saying this film is right sick. It might have been because I watched a Serbian film like a month ago. That might have made an impact, but to me, this was not a sick film. It's the idea of ingesting shit that's sick. I mean, half the time, you know, the way they attached, to me it seems wrong anyway. It's like they're not in the right place. The mouths are too high. To me it didn't look right, so I don't know. I didn't really believe that they were attached like that, and I don't know. The only really redeeming part of this film is the ending. Like, the ending is fucking powerful. I mean, it's a shame the rest of the film was so cheesy. Seriously. It just is a parody. It felt more like a parody of another film. Like, as if if someone had made a serious Human Centipede film. I would love to, well, I wouldn't actually. I think they did it right, to be honest. I think it needs to be cheesy, something like this, because there's no way you can take something like that seriously, you know, that much of a preposterous idea. So I think they did the right thing, making it really over the top. Like, the performance of Doctor is really good. It's such a textbook nutter. It's just really fun to watch. I'd say this film, I would actually recommend this film. Don't take it seriously at all, even if you just... It's not really a good film, it's just fun to watch. Like, it's not explicit at all. The most explicit images you get is the bit where he's scalpeling this arse that doesn't even look real. That's like the... And she's asleep, so you don't get all that hostile shit where they're screaming all the time. So that's the most graphic stuff you get. Everything else is implied. But seriously, it's the Doctor's performance that makes this film. And the Japanese guy, he's so cool. He's just fucking really good in this. But, yeah. But yeah, the Human Centipede, yeah, if you're curious about it, don't expect sick. Seriously, it's not a sick film. It's just a pretty average horror film, to be honest. Don't expect a masterpiece, but don't expect something really disturbing, because it really ain't. I might be desensitized, I don't know, but to me, it wasn't that sick. It's just, as soon as you get past that, alright, most people are gonna think of this idea. It's like, oh well, it's about, you can ingest shit in it. As soon as you think of that once, every other time after that, you're not gonna be disturbed, are you? It's because it doesn't show it. It doesn't actually show it at all. It's only literally the one scene it does. It's like it takes the piss out of itself. The way he's going off the Doctor, it just makes it funny. So yeah, if you wanna different kind of horror film that's... Wait, wants to be disturbing. I don't know, just check it out. I just out of curiosity, I'm curious to see what people think about it. I kind of enjoyed it. I've heard the sequel, they're going to have it in Paris apparently. This were a long time ago, by the way. But apparently it's going to have a lot more people on the Centipede. Not sure what the point is because, you know, like in this one the third girl died within by end of film, so if you have like 20 people, what's the point? They're all just gonna die. I don't know. It just seems like a really stupid... the only thing, if we're a sequel, are they going to sustain it? Because all that'll do, it'll just be some idiot that kidnaps these people and they're trying to escape. So it'll just be a repeat of this film. Yeah, see it if you want. Human Centipede. It's alright. There you go. I won't pay loads for it. I'd see it on Amazon for like £4. I'd buy it. It's an alright film. So yeah, the important question is, do you like the hat? But yeah, I'm not going to love this one. I don't know. Yeah, I love it. But this is SlimmBob. Thanks for watching. And goodbye.